Hello, hello. How is everyone Oh, no, not this again. I picked these up and started going the completely wrong way. I already undid that mistake once in this project. Great start to the stream. Already just botching things here. How has everyone's week been? Hopefully better than mine. Hopefully. Is anybody here? Anyone? Anyone at all? Just talking to the moon. I see one person is here. Hello, one person. This is kind of awkward for anyone who's going to be watching this back later, but anyone who watches the replay on YouTube is going to be like, wow, so quiet. Hello, Michelle, right? It is Michelle, right? I try to keep track of everyone's, and then I see the names come up, and then I'm like, I second guess myself almost every time. But hello, how are you? Hopefully you had a better week than I did. My week has been all over the place. All over the place. Oh no. I've started a new project though. Working on something new and exciting. Working on a sweater. How about you guys? I see we're slowly getting people coming in. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Not much exciting is happening at the moment. We're just settling in. I'm not even drinking anything like good tonight. I'm drinking water. I mean, water is good, but like, you know what I mean. You're going to eat dinner. You'll come back though. And yes, it's Michelle. Yes. Okay, perfect. Because that's what that username is equating to in my head. And I was like, if it's not Michelle, well, we're going to have to try and reset that entire programming in my brain. Your project looks beautiful. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, I thought this time might be better to do like a 7:30 live stream because I seem to get a lot of people at like 8 o'clock just saying that it's late for them. But this time around, it seems I am early for everyone else. Either that or people are just busy and like, you know, understandable. It's a Friday night. I get it. Hello, Amanda. How are you? How was your week? Hopefully it was good. Oh my goodness. Oh no, hair. Like hair just gets in everything, doesn't it? It just gets in everything. I don't want my hair in this. Okay, there we go. There we go. We got it. We got it. All good. How's everyone doing? Busy week. Did not get much nodding done. I didn't do a lot of nodding this week either. Actually, I don't think I did any nodding this week. I've just been knitting. I am working on a sweater for my friend's birthday, actually. I finished the project I was working on last time, which was the socks. They are right here in all their stripy gloriousness. They were fun. I definitely cheated and didn't weave in all the ends because that was just too much. But I just like tied them off inside and sewed them up. So they're fun. I've been wearing them all around. And yeah, I'm working on a Weasley sweater. Oh my gosh, how am I managing to get so much hair in this? This is what happens when I craft with my hair down. Swanky Slytherin, that's right. No, I thought it would be a fun one to get done because I got that kit for Christmas, actually. It was like a Harry Potter knitting kit, and I wanted to get it done, but also my friend's birthday party, she wants it to be Harry Potter themed and everyone to dress as their like in their house colors. So obviously you gotta dress in the Slytherin colors. And I was like, I literally have these socks to make. What better opportunity? Hello, Andrea. Hello, Lloyd. How are you doing? How was your week? My week was interesting. A lot going on at work, a lot going on that ties into work, but is like personal. Like, it's complicated. It was just stressful week. Stressful week. But we're through it. The work week is done. The weekend is here. It's time to reset. And come Monday, we'll start new. We're just going to pretend this week in existence didn't happen. That's basically the mood of this week, was just it didn't happen. That's how I feel about it. Is anyone else crafting anything? I have been, for whatever reason, I've been on like a massive knitting kick, which is kind of really odd for me because knitting has never been a craft that I've been super attached to. I'd always prefer to crochet, but I don't know. I did those socks and now I'm like addicted. And probably part of it is like I've had like this pattern that I'm making right now is like the legit pattern out of like the legit book. I was gifted this like 2 years ago and I haven't made anything out of it. So I'm finally actually making something out of it, which is exciting. And I thought, how fitting would it be to actually make something out of it for the friend that got it for me? Like, hey, my week's been unusual. I finished my first wall hanging. Ooh, that's awesome. Number 80170 on bracelet book. It's the only pick for that pattern. Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Y'all know if a pattern is dropped in the chat, we gotta take a look. Pattern number 80170. 80170. Ooh, that's cool. Oh, it turned out so good. Look at that. Can you guys see? It's a wolf howling in front of the moon. Ooh, and your knots are just so straight and lovely. I love it. Good job. I haven't knotted anything this week. I think I've said that like 5 times now, but I haven't knotted anything this week. Wrong number of bass strings. Oh my gosh, I do that all the time. Just like 1 or 2 off. I'm like, you know what? We're just going to pretend that this row doesn't exist. I do that so often. It's not even funny. And I'm like, wow, you can't even count, Megan. Good job. Thanks. You're welcome. Not a problem. Your lines were so straight. I have a tendency to sometimes when I'm knotting, especially for videos, I start out the first couple rows good and then I start trying to like speed through it and then it gets less neat than it really could be, if you know what I mean. Started a massive bracelet, more than 40 strings. Barely completed 1 complete set of the pattern this week. 115539. Okay. We got to look this one up too. 115539. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's going to look so good when it's done though. But like, I could never. That's a normal pattern. Like, ooh, that's going to look so good. Are you doing orange and yellow in it? Or are you doing different colors? That's going to look really good. Normal patterns, I don't know. Ones that big, kind of, they bug me because I have a tendency to not remember the pattern. And I don't like patterns that I have to, like normal patterns that I have to continuously look at the pattern. I just find it easier to get lost in them. You're working on another wall hanging now, Lloyd. I don't even know when the last time. I had started a wall hanging a while back. I think it's still on my table here. It is in like a taped mess at the moment, but yeah, I had like started and I was doing it upside down style. But like you can't even see what pattern that is. It's like a moon and a star right now, but I'll finish it at some point. Keeping the original colors, fair enough. I mean, that looks awesome anyways. So I feel like that's one of those patterns where you could put literally like any colors together and just the sheer size and how complicated it is would blow people out of the water anyways. So exciting, exciting. I mean, I still have my Slytherin project obviously on the go, the knotting project. I still have that on the go. That little bit of a wall hanging I just showed you guys, but that's, I think, about it. Like I have some stuff that's long abandoned, but probably not going to go back to that. I don't know. But yeah, I'd like to do a wall hanging. There's one that in particular that I have in mind. I just haven't felt like sitting down and working on it. So I think I'm going to, where, that's not even a hair. It was a fluff off my yarn. I just keep getting strands of things everywhere. I made it. Yay. Hey, Megan. Hey, Nikki. How's it going? Hopefully you had a good week. Thank you for joining us. My week was so bizarre. So like, okay, I work at the same place as my ex. We didn't like meet there, but we had met actually working at a different place like years and years ago. And then we moved and everything, and I started working there. And then like a year later, he started working there too, like completely different departments. But obviously he's my ex now, and sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's not great. And he went out and caught the vid. Well, he has my daughter, so that's fun. So him and my daughter are isolating. So I've got like extra days that I can work on stuff, which is like nice, but also like means it's gonna be like a week and a half before I see my daughter, like since I've last seen her. So that's kind of sad. And then on top of that, there was some stuff going down at work that was like personal, but because of work, it like collides with work. It was a really stressful, messy week. And I am happy it is the weekend. That's all I can say. I'm going to shift this down because I'm like majorly slouching and I feel like I look way low in the frame if I don't. Hello, I finally made it. Hello, hello, hello. That seems to be the same thing a couple people have said. I know, I think it's Andrea says that she never gets notifications that I'm going live. So I'm not surprised when some people are always like, oh, I missed it. But I'm glad it seems to be that people are finding it tonight. I have returned. Where did you go? The chat wasn't popping off extremely, extremely fast or anything. Are you collecting your string? Did you ever go through like all the you were going through like all the patterns on Bracelet Book at one point, weren't you? Or all the alphas? Did you ever go through them all? Or did you give up? I would have given up. You finished your princess project. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes. I have to show you guys pictures of this because you guys remember last live stream, we had looked at Andrea's princess project and I showed you guys her cross stitch. She, instead of making it into a pencil case, She made it into a into like a project case, like if that makes sense, that you keep like your stuff in. Oh, every time I'm scrolling, I keep turning on vanish mode. It's the most obnoxious thing I think I've ever experienced. It's not gonna let me see the picture again. Okay, well, Andrea finished her project and it looks amazing. Like, here's a picture of her finished cross stitch anyways. Look at how good that looks. Like, I could never. Amazing. Oh, you have it on Bracelet Book now? I could have actually just like finished reading your comment. I might have known that. Good job, Megan. Good job. Just being a twit over here. 114451. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, guys. Guys. There's a picture. Look. How dope is that? Oh, that looks so good. It makes me want to try and knot a panel and then sew it into something because I don't have the patience to cross stitch something that size, but oh, it looks so good. It looks so good. Oh my God, the Princess Project, right? The Princess Project. Helene, you got the notification, but the work schedule is getting in the way. Yeah, that's why it sometimes ends up being at different times because my work schedule gets in the way too. But today I was kind of like, I'm just gonna do my live stream at a good time and we're just gonna call it a day. This week has been not great. So I got to page 1460 out of the 2000 plus. The quality was significantly declining though, since I sorted by loves, so I just stopped. Fair enough. I've stumbled across some really old patterns on the site where I'm like, who accepted this? Because yeah, some of the really old ones are really different. We'll go with different. Nikki is trying to work on a pattern to make a little crossbody pouch to carry your cell phone right now, and it's hurting your brain. Are you trying to knot it or like sew it? I see my phone going off. It's Andrea. Are you sending me more pictures? Oh, she is, guys. Let's look. Okay, so here's the inside of the case. This is the Princess Project. Here's the inside of the case. And here's the inside with like stuff in it. So it's got all the pouches and everything to keep all the like started projects and like supplies and stuff. And here's another picture of like the other side. So it looks like she's got a large pouch here and like some little slots and stuff. And then 2 smaller pouches and some elastic bands in the middle to hold like pens and random things. Oh, it looks so good, Andrea. Like, amazing. Amazing. Ooh, girl, I could not. Holy cow, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, you guys are so talented. I'm curious, have you ever read Harry Potter fan fiction? I have read a bit of Harry Potter fan fiction, but kind of at large, I tend to stay away from it just because I really, really like Harry Potter. And listen, I like fan fiction, but sometimes fan fiction is like shopping at the thrift store, okay? Sometimes there's a lot of junk to read through before you find something that's good. And some of it you just can't unread it once you've read it. So for Harry Potter, I tend to kind of stay away from it. I've read like a couple that have like really, really high ratings and stuff. But for the most part, I tend to stay away from Harry Potter fan fiction. Have read it technically, but yeah. And then literally right there, you're saying I'll send you the inside pictures. Thank you, because oh, that looks so good. You're going to nod it, Nikki. Ooh. Someone on Instagram had just posted, was it Naughty Jules? Was just posting pouch tutorials on her Instagram that might be of use to you. She was doing them kind of like envelope style. And I think she's got a couple different pouches that might be used to her. I'm pretty sure it was Naughty Jules. I'm trying to finish my wall hanging, but working is hard for me to do. I'm trying to finish my wall hanging, but working is hard for me to do nothing. 113155, and I double the strings. I like the result. Okay. Let's take a look at what this pattern is. 113155. Ooh, it's a puppy. Cute, cute. I don't think I've seen this pattern before. Very cute, though. Oh. Oof. That looks good, too. Look at that. I love when you guys send me pictures of your crafts. Again, you've got like really nice straight lines there, too. It looks so good. Chef's kiss to the inside of that pouch. LOL. Yes. I agree wholeheartedly. And you've doubled the strings on that dog pattern. Did you mean like double the base strings? I assume that's what you meant. Or are you literally like doubling the amount of strings across and then like doubling the amount of knots? Yeah, also I don't know if you guys can actually tell. This is the back of the project. So this is entirely a clean back alpha, which makes it even more impressive. Like, so good. I realized like after that, I was like, you probably can't actually see what was going on there. Just looked like the same picture twice. Really like the inside of the project, Andrea. Now I'm sad that I only use Ziplocs for my project. Like, same. Same. 100% on the thrift store analogy for fanfics. Right, though? Like, just sometimes, I don't know. And I've just found more and more that that's kind of the reason that I moved away from like reading on Wattpad and stuff, just because I find it takes so long to find something that I actually want to invest my time in reading that I just don't have the time to spend an hour to find something I actually want to read when I can go on Audible or whatever and find something from there. You know what I mean? That's like published and everything. Can you put her Instagram name in the chat, please? I don't know how to spell it. Yeah. One second. Let me pull it up so I make sure I am telling you correctly. So the pouch, I know she's been posting clips and tutorials and stuff on this, and her name is Naughty Jules. And she's got pouches and stuff like this, little tutorial and stuff. She got a few different segments. I don't want to show the whole thing because obviously I don't want to like steal her content. But she's just really cool to follow. She's got a lot of really cool crafts, and she's made a lot of like really, really massive projects. So definitely, if you guys are interested in seeing some projects where you're just like the amount of time, she's definitely one to check out. Have y'all seen 114481? It's so cute. Which pattern is it? 114481. Oh, it is cute. Ah, cute little puppy being patted. Clean back alphas are so impressive. I don't have the patience. Yeah, I mean, for me, the only reason I think clean back alphas would be super useful, like for keychains, I think it's a good idea because you get like that double-sided nature, but for a bracelet, it's yeah, I don't know that I would spend the extra time on it, but they do look really good. Like, I will give you that. Anyone who wants to do it, I'm not knocking it by any means, but like, you got more patience than I do. I can tell you that much. I mean, take 2 strings to do 1, so the pattern is bigger. Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I thought you meant, but then I was like, because I've thought about doing projects before to actually make them physically bigger, to multiply the amount of strings and then multiply the amount of knots so that like you physically make squares of like 4 knots, and then it would be like an actually like fully bigger pattern. And I was like, I don't think that's what she means, but yeah. Yeah, I definitely said like at Naughty Jewels in the chat, so hopefully I didn't tag someone random and they end up here and they're like, what the heck is going on? But yeah, Naughty Jewels has a whole bunch of pouches and stuff that you might find useful if you're trying to make a pouch for your phone, and then you could do just like a strap attached to it. That is what I would do, I think. I mean, for me, I'm kind of feeling the loss. Do any of you guys use like pop sockets? Because on my old phone, I had one. It wasn't pop socket brand, but it was like, it was a stable one. And I was like, I really liked it. So I went out when I got my next phone and got like a new case and everything. And the actual pop sockets were like 3 times the price of these cheap ones. And the cheap ones, the only cheap ones they had, one had like rub on perfume. It's like solid, like almost like scented Vaseline basically that you could rub on. And I was like, I'm not really feeling that because like sometimes I have allergic reactions to scents. So I got one, it had like lip gloss in it or whatever, which was really nice for the winter, but it broke off. And now I'm like, my phone doesn't stand up. Like I always used to like prop my phone to watch it, and now it's just like lifeless. And I'm missing it, but also I'm like, I don't want to pay $30 for a pop socket. So, oh, now you gave me an idea. I need to try that. Yeah, I've thought about doing that to make like smaller patterns just be bigger to take up more space for like a wall decoration or whatever. I haven't actually physically done it, but I don't see why it wouldn't work. You know what I mean? You would just have to like double the length you cut and double the amount of bass strings and then do like 4 knots for each stitch. So you definitely have to keep track of your pattern really well, but I think that would be a good way to not make the knots bigger, but make the pattern bigger. Question, do you have to double both the number of bass strings and knotting strings to make rounder knots that are more square, or do you just double the bass strings? I think a lot of people just double the bass strings if you're using like for me, I don't double my bass strings. I just use a chunkier string for my bass strings. Right here. I use Aunt Lydia's Fashion 3 crochet thread, and it's just thicker than a normal piece of embroidery floss. So this will give me slightly rounder knots without having to tie super tight, which is like one of the reasons why I started tying really tight, was to alleviate in my own work the problem of having like long knots. but I think most people double the bass strings to create a rounder knot and just leave it with their single string. Clean back alphas for bracelets when you can't decide if you like your pattern knotted the right way up or upside down. Fair enough, basically, right? You're not sure whether you want to use the normal technique or the upside down alpha. Just do both at once. You use a wallet phone case to prop your phone up. Yeah, I've thought about getting one of those. My only issue is that a lot of the ones I have found have been like larger. And I'm a person who likes to only carry like a very small purse or just my wallet. And I don't know how it would work. And then my stepmom had a cheaper one that just had like the flap on the front with just the card slots in it. And she lost a bunch of her cards one day when we were out because she was walking around with the phone in her hand instead of carrying like an actual wallet, and a bunch of her cards flew out. And it was lucky that my dad was like walking behind us because he like stopped and picked them all up. But otherwise, she would have lost like all her debit card, credit card, points cards, everything would have been gone. So I'm like kind of paranoid about the wallet phone cases. Yes, I'm so glad I finally caught this stream. Yes, hello, welcome. It's been a while since I've seen you in stream. I remember seeing your name before in stream, so I know it's not the first time, but welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Pause Gaming as well. I'm sorry, both of you, Mon Petit Shoes and Pause Gaming. I feel like both of you have told me your actual names before, and I can't for the life of me remember. So please forgive me. And you're at 12%. I mean, like, I feel that. I feel that. I'm one of those people who I play like those walking games. So, like, right now, it's Pikmin Bloom because you don't have to like stop and try and catch things like in the Wizards Unite or Pokemon Go. But I keep it tracking on in the background so it'll track all my steps and I can grow my little Pikmin. I just find it fun to do that, but that kills battery so fast. I feel like I'm always having to plug my phone in. Oh, rip to her cards. I wonder about that with my wallet case too sometimes. Yeah, so then like I've seen the ones that actually like the case on your phone is like a magnet and it attaches to the inside of an actual like big zip wallet. But then I'm like, that seems so like large. It's not gonna fit in my teeny tiny purse. No, I've never told you my real name. I've told you my dog's name. Okay. It might be. I felt like I had for some reason I was like, I feel like there's supposed to be a name with your username. Like my brain was just like, I feel like I'm forgetting a name, but good. That makes me feel better. But otherwise, what's everyone up to? Anyone have any plans for the weekend? I feel like I say this like every weekend. I'm almost debating on going to the city. But then I think about it and I'm like, oh, so far away. And then you got to pay for a hotel. And then let's be honest, I want to go there to shop, to get like craft supplies and buy things. So it's like an expensive weekend. And I'm like, is it worth it? I could do a day trip. That's like 9 hours of driving, but I could do a day trip. And you're just staying home and crafting? Yeah. No plans, winter storm in Texas. Oof. Are you guys getting snow and everything? Honestly, this week we've dropped down really cold again. I think last stream I was saying how happy I was that we had hit like 0 or like just above 0. And then we dipped right back down. Most of this week has been like minus 30 some odd. And then I think tomorrow's supposed to be like minus 17 and Sunday's supposed to be like plus 7. I'm like, I don't even know what the weather is doing this year. And we've gotten like 3 times the amount of snow we have for like the last 4 years. Like, it's just wild. Mother Nature be wildin'. I was gonna watch a movie in theaters, but then the weather here is bad. Fair enough. I I don't even know what's in theaters right now, but our movie theater is on Skip the Dishes, so I'm like, low key, I'm like, do I order popcorn on Skip the Dishes, or do I just go for a drive, pick up popcorn from Skip the Dishes or from the movie theater, and literally just come home and watch like Disney movies? And then I get like the movie theater popcorn, but don't have to mingle with people, you know? I don't even know what's in theater. I'd have to check. Yes, you got snow. Oof. I feel like I feel like it's worse for you guys when you get snow because like please don't take this the wrong way. But if you guys get snow, it's not something you normally have. So I feel like a lot of people don't know how to deal with it. Like I feel like when the video we will like if I were to turn the news on tonight, there would probably be a segment about winter storms in Texas and Texas getting snow. And they would show roads closed and cars sliding off the road and everything just because you guys like it's a different style of driving and it's like just different infrastructure. Like we expect to need snowplows and stuff. Texas, I don't imagine you would ever be like, yes, let's budget for snowplows, you know? So I feel like it would be really bad to have snow in any of those more tropical, warm climates than here. I don't know that Texas is particularly tropical, but warmer, you know what I mean? Because here it's like it snows and we're all just like, oh, I have to wipe my car off. Like I literally carry a brush in my car year round specifically for wiping the snow off my car. That's life in Canada for you. I'm mainly doing it to avoid the 21-degree temperature drop from today and tomorrow. You guys are having a temperature drop. Tonight we're staying consistent, but then Sunday it's going up, which is exciting. It's like 20-degree upwards. I love Disney movies. Disney movies. The current rage is Encanto. I watched it last night. I hadn't seen it yet, but it's fun. It's cute. I don't know that it's I'm gonna watch it again because I don't know that it's my favorite Disney movie, but it was pretty good. It was pretty fun. No, you're 100% right about snow in Texas, LMAO. Okay. Like, yeah. I feel like the same could be said for like Florida though, if they get hit with snow. Like it's just if you're not used to dealing with it, you don't know what to do. I grew up in the Midwest, so I've been through a blizzard. Okay. I'm not saying everyone in Texas or everyone in a tropical, warmer climate doesn't know what to do, but it always makes me giggle sometimes when I see it on the news when the warmer places have like an inch of snow on the ground and it's like roads are shut down, things are closed. I'm like, oh, if only I didn't have to go to work if an inch of snow fell. There was a Tumblr post about how cowboys in snow are like an invasive species. They adapt surprisingly well with big boots. I live in like Western Canada. So I live in Alberta. And if you live in Canada, a lot of Canadians refer to my province as the Texas of Canada. But like our cowboys are adapted to snow because we get lots of it. So, I mean, I feel like they're kind of the same breed, right? We just got a bunch of ice and snow. It snowed and sleeted all day and all night yesterday, but I live in Ohio, so we're used to it. Yeah, see, like it sucks when you're used to it, but it's just kind of like you wake up the next day and you're just kind of like, oh, here we go again. And you already have your winter like jacket and everything, your snow pants on, and you're like already hauling the shovel out of the garage, sort of thing. Whereas I feel like in warmer climates, they're just like, what do I do? What do I what do I do with this? Do I just like kick it? Like, obviously they're not idiots, but like I don't imagine you have a snow shovel in your garage if you live in Texas. What do you do? Take the garden shovel out? I don't know. What do you do? Honestly, if you guys are in Texas and you're experiencing this snow, what are you doing? I'm curious. Wait, you're in Canada? I sure am. So for Flames, you're going to be shopping, not the fun kind, and decluttering paperwork. Ah, so necessary shopping, like grocery shopping. I have to go grocery shopping, but I didn't feel like doing it tonight, so I ordered nachos, except for I ordered it from the bowling alley because it was like cheaper. And I think they gave me enough nachos to feed me for like 3 days. So I'm like, grocery shopping, who? Haven't heard of her. Um, yeah, this year was not bad, but our last year there was like 100 car accidents. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I guess like you definitely have to drive completely different in the snow. Like it's a completely different beast. And obviously you guys wouldn't be geared up with like winter tires and stuff. Yeah, that's not fun. Not fun at all. And Kanto is my fave. Is it actually your favorite Disney movie or is it just like your favorite current Disney movie? I'm curious. I have to watch it again. I feel like most of the Disney movies, it's like I feel like I go into it with a bias of like these are all my favorite Disney movies. How does this compare? And then I realize like you can't really do that. I saw this video by a Canadian YouTuber in Japan about how snow and Hokkaido, Japan, and how Hokkaido has heated pavements to keep them snow free. Maybe Canada should consider those. They're for rich people here. You're not gonna find that public access because what what happens here is we get so much cold and ice that it actually wrecks the pavement. So generally speaking, we get a lot of construction in like the summer months. So like the snow and the ice and then having all the plows and graders and everything go out generally like cracks, breaks up, causes massive potholes and stuff in the pavement. I don't know. I mean, I guess that would help a bit because it would like thaw the ground underneath, but you would have to do that for literally everywhere in the country, which just doesn't seem practical. So there are some people in like apartment buildings and stuff, like the building I live in, the driveway down to our underground parking is heated. Just because it's a steep incline, right? And some people, if you live in like a giant mansion, a lot of very, very large, wealthy neighborhoods have heated driveways. But yeah. So I don't think that would really be possible here. But like you could dream, it'd be wonderful. It would be. In Florida, it went from the mid 80s to the low 60s. That would be Fahrenheit. But what is that in Fahrenheit? Canada is weird when it comes to like how we measure things. I'll tell you in a second. I want to look up what this is. 30 Fahrenheit to Celsius. -1. Okay. That's nice. That is like I would be out in a sweater in that. That's like mild weather. Not summer weather, but that's after what we've had, that's pretty mild. But going from like 80 down to that would be really, really crappy. The music though. Yeah, the music was pretty catchy, not gonna lie. The music was pretty good. I think I'm gonna watch it again tonight while I work on this because I really want to make sure I get this done in time. I don't want to be rushing it at the last minute for my friend's party. So I'm probably gonna binge a bunch of Disney movies tonight, not gonna lie. Or I might watch 1 or 2 Disney movies and then binge some Harry Potter. Can never go wrong with that. So I feel like once I've watched a Disney movie a couple times, I can tell whether it's like going to be one that I really like and come back to later or just kind of like eh. We had freezing rain today. Yesterday was -27 and today is just under freezing. Yeah, see the weather is going like all over the place. We're the same thing. Like we're minus nasty right now. I don't even know what it is right now. I think we're in the -20s and we've been in the -20s, -30s all week. And then Saturday or Sunday, we're supposed to jump up to like +7. It's ridiculous. In warmer climates, they say, what in tarnation? Yeah, I feel like I've heard that in movies and stuff. I definitely don't hear that here. But I live in a city that has a lot of East Coasters in it, actually. So I hear a lot of, oh, yes, bye. And if you know, you know. We just get an annoying amount of snow, not enough to play in, but an annoying amount. Oh, so like enough to make you have to maybe shovel the driveway, wipe the car off, but not enough to actually play in. And then let me guess, it's not even packing snow, so you can't even throw a snowball at someone. How rude of Mother Nature to not even be considerate. I stayed inside for this storm. When I lived elsewhere with snow, I had to shovel with a metal garden shovel once. It went very poorly, too heavy to shovel. Oh boy. Um, well, you see, the metal shovels are the better ones, but it's like a snow shovel. So like a garden shovel has generally like a spade like pointed shape to it to break ground, whereas a snow shovel is like wide and flat along the edge. And generally, you'd want a metal snow shovel. Like, yes, it's heavier to lift, but it breaks up the ice better. And if the snowplow comes by, generally you end up with ice chunks at the bottom of your driveway. And if you're using just like a plastic shovel, it's just going to break. So you got to build those snow shoveling muscles. But yeah, I imagine like if that was what you had to do, it's what you have to do, but it wouldn't be fun to do it with a garden shovel for sure. Oof, like that was nope. That would not be fun. Gotta go, y'all. We'll probably be gone by the time Megan reads this. Okay, listen. Y'all are popping off now. I'm trying. But keep being your fun selves, and I'll catch y'all on the replay. All right, Amanda, have a good night. Have a good weekend. Thank you for joining us. I'm glad you could make it. And hopefully, you have a really good week. Hopefully. Nikki, grocery shopping is the worst. I always send my hubby with a list because I hate going to the grocery. Yeah, like there was a period of time when my daughter was a baby that I liked going to the grocery store because that was like a break. But now I'm right back to hating it. So sometimes I'll buy it online and just go pick it up, or I put it off for like as long as physically possible. I just don't. The warmer climates don't have municipal programs to deal with the snow. Exactly. They don't have a fleet of salt trucks and plows ready to roll at a moment's notice. Exactly. They just don't have the infrastructure. So, like here, sometimes they almost have too many plows. The amount of times that I have seen plows out just literally grinding their blades along the pavement because there's no snow to shovel is ridiculous. I mean, this year, not a problem at all. We've had tons of snow, but yeah, I can't like, for me, it's hard to fathom because I've always lived somewhere where you get a plethora of snow. But then and so, like, I giggle when I see that on TV because 'cause I'm like, "It's like an inch of snow." But if you don't have the tires for it, you've never drove in snow before, you've maybe never even seen it before. Like, I imagine there's people in some warmer climates that have never seen snow in person. And then on top of that, like, your city or your town, your whole state maybe or country doesn't have the infrastructure. I don't imagine it would be fun at all. You're right. I don't know if it's my fave, but I just love the music. Yeah, that's why I have to watch it a couple times because like, the music was definitely like, it was definitely good. I liked how modern it was, like, it felt like Like, it was musically, but it was, like, with a touch of, like, pop radio, if you know what I mean. Like, it felt a little more current, which I don't know how that will affect how it ages. Like, I never really thought about that until this one, but they've got some kind of parts that are a little bit, like, rappy poppy in some songs, and I'm like, I wonder how that will age, like, 10 years from now. But, I mean, their songs and movies have aged like, their musicals and stuff have aged really well, so maybe I'm just being too critical. The day after the ice melts, it just becomes pothole city. Oh, exactly. Yes, and then here is, like, a lot of people drive really big trucks where I live, so a lot of times those potholes will be neglected because they're like, "Well, everyone has a big truck anyways." The same with plowing snow. They'll plow the main roads, but they won't plow any of the side roads for, like, a week at a time, and it's like, "Well, everyone has trucks anyways." It's like, "But not everyone has trucks." You know what I mean? That's kind of the mentality. Ha! You just said thanks, Nikki. You were here when I read that comment. Have a good weekend, Amanda. Yes, Harry Potter. I'm on the last one right now. The movies, I haven't sat and watched the movies in a long time or read them. I was reading them again as the illustrated versions came out. So, and the Jim, is it Jim K? Yeah, the Jim K ones, not the Mina Lima ones. So only the first four are out so far. I think the fifth one's coming out like the end of this year or the start of maybe next year. But I kind of want to sit and reread again because it's been so long since I've read them too. Shoveling snow is such hard work. It really is, especially if you live somewhere that has a lot of humidity because the snow holds a bunch of moisture in it. Like, I'm from Ontario, which has a lot of lakes and is, like, high moisture. I lived, in a city that was, like, a bay city, like, it was along, Georgian Bay. So, we used to get a ton of snow, and it was heavy. It was always packing snow. But out here, I live where it's generally quite dry, so it's really fluffy and easy to move. But especially if you're near a lake or something, shoveling snow is like you build muscles. Tell me about it. One snowstorm, I had like 5 different outfits because you sweat so much and get wet from the snow and ice that gets stuck on your clothes. Yeah, exactly. And if it's a really bad snowstorm, sometimes you get all dressed up, you go out, you shovel the snow, you get soaked through, and then by the time there's another foot of snow in your driveway and you have to go out and shovel again, you're like putting on a wet snowsuit and it's just gross. Heavy snow is the worst. Fluffy snow is fun though. Fluffy snow is fun other than the fact that you can't like build anything with it. You can't build a snow fort or a snowman or make snowballs to throw at your brother. Examples of things I might do in the snow. But yeah. I'm pretty sure when I closed the blinds before I started filming, it was still snowing out there. So I imagine it probably still is. And I don't want to see it anymore. I can't wait until winter is over. I really can't. This winter has just been really cold. So I will be happy for summer. But you know what's probably going to end up happening with the way the weather's been? It's going to get really hot again and everything's going to burn. And I don't want that either. Fluffy snow is like pixies and sparkles somehow, if that makes sense. It's very whirly twirly, like floaty, like picturesque, nice to look at, kind of look like fantasy vibes. I get what you mean. But I still don't like it. My siblings cry if anyone throws a snowball at them, so I can't have any snow fights. Lame. No, we never did. When I was really young, we had snowball fights a lot with, like, the neighbors and stuff, and that was, like, a thing. We would build forts and, like, have snowball fights, and then there was just a couple of times that, one of the kids who was, like, a year older than me, which means he would have been, like, 3 years older than my brother and, like, one of the other kids that was there, started making a snowball with his mitts on, and then once he had the ball shape, he would take his mitts off and use the heat of his hands to make an ice ball, and then would start hucking it, and then we kinda stopped having snowball fights. Once you get a couple of those to the face, yeah, like, it's not fun anymore, so as long as you're not doing that, then I don't see the problem, but I guess it also depends on what your siblings are like. Hi, Kevin. How are you? You came in late today. Normally, you're here earlier. That's okay, though. Glad you could make it. Yes, exactly. That was in comment to the, like, fantasy picturesque snow whirly twirly. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Dude, that sucks. Why would you make an ice ball? Well, because, like, don't get me wrong, it started war. I started making them back. But it was kind of like it just had to do with basically if you were out, then, like, that's it. You know what I mean? Like, they win. And I don't know. It's not fun when you start doing that, but it's kind of the when people say like boys will be boys, it's one of those stupid things that doesn't really make sense, but like the boys would do it and then like literally be like bleeding from their face. So then they do it back to the other one. And it would be like all out war and everyone else was just in the crossfire. But like, yeah, that was a thing. And then it was banned at school to have snowball fights because people were doing that. I don't get it either. Like it's not fun when you do that. But yeah, you're good. That's good, Kevin. We hadn't seen you, so I was like, did I start at a weird time or does everyone just have more important things to do? Which, like, I don't blame you. I hate water and snowflakes with older neighborhood boys. They take it too far. Yeah, they always want to go over the top. Makes me so mad when they say boys will be boys. Like, no, boys will be nice humans like the rest of us. Honestly, though. Honestly, though. But it's like, yeah, like the ice ball thing, it's literally like just that mentality that it's like, it literally makes no sense. Like they're setting out to hurt someone. Like that is the goal. And then it's like, you did it to me, so I'm going to do it back rather than just end it. Then just like, cut it off. And like, I don't mean boys will be boys in the sense of like, how do I word this? In the sense of like, like harassing people and stuff, like not like that. I mean, and young boys do stupid things sort of way. You know what I mean? Hopefully that makes sense without going into too many details and stuff. That saying also grinds my gears. Yeah. Oh my gosh, how did I forget about this live stream? I even DM'd you to ask if you were going live today. Yes, I got your DM. I responded to it too. I responded to it like right as I was going live though. Like I posted on Instagram and then saw your message and was like, "Oh." And then I think I hit send on my message to you, then came back over here and started. Grinds. Yeah, Lloyd, I knew what you meant as soon as I was reading it. I was like, yeah. Michelle is back. Hello, Michelle. Hopefully your dinner was good. Hopefully. Otherwise, yeah, I'm kind of I'm kind of debating on maybe going to the city tomorrow, but like at the same time, do I want to spend like 9.5 hours in the car and do it as a day trip? Or do I just wait for another weekend? I don't know. This is my first live stream caught since October. I was going to say, I remember you being in a live stream before. Like, I remember your username. Because I thought it was kind of funny because I was like, your username is all French except for shoes. And that's in English. And I was like, that's kind of funny. But so I remember your username. And I remember that you were in a chat before, like in the live stream before, but it's been a while. Oh. You know my sad news. I know your sad news. Do I? Hold on. Let me revisit. Oh, Leah is not in tonight because she's watching a movie with her family. Shout out to Leah if you watch this back later. We missed you. Oh, about your baby blanket getting a hole in it. That sad news, I imagine, is what you're probably talking about. And yeah, you had said you had grabbed it and then like it, that sucks. I assume that's what your sad news is. Because I know you were really far into it. If that's not your sad news, I think that's the last sad news I had from you. Oh, who else is... This is saying I have a message from someone, but I'm not seeing it. Why am I not seeing it? Oh, there. Oh, we've got some pet pictures. We've got a doggy outside. Y'all know I like pet pictures. This little fella's peeking out the window. I want a dog so bad, it's not even funny. And you showed me a drawing. Very nice. Is that just done with marker? You've got some shading in there. Are you playing with Copics or did you do it digitally and print it? Very cute. Very, very cute. That's a lot of time driving. Wow. Yeah, because it's a 4.5 hour to 5 hour drive, depending on traffic, just to get there. And then you'd have to like either pay for a hotel or make it a day trip. And I'm like, do I want to drive all the way up there and pay for a hotel and pay for all my shopping when like all I want to do is visit a couple stores? Or should I just wait until there's more stuff I want to get in the city? Or, I haven't really decided. So if I decided to do it in a day trip, yeah, it'd be like 9 hours. Oh yeah, that's my mom's company. I haven't bothered to switch accounts to mine. Fair enough. Yes, Kevin, that was what you're talking about. Yeah, so the baby blanket that Kevin was working on, that I think I showed pictures of in a couple of streams, he snagged it and got a hole in it. So he frogged the entire thing and is starting over again. Which, like, that's the worst. It sucks to undo any part of a project, but to undo a lot, like a massive chunk of a project, sucks the most. I'm gonna go back to binge watching Criminal Minds now. I'm near the end of season 11. Oof. I used to binge watch that all the time. So enjoy yourself. I've fallen off. I stopped watching it, but enjoy yourself. Thank you for joining us on the stream. Have a good weekend, and I hope you have a good Friday night. And we'll see you next time. I sent you my craft project for the week. I think, oh, yes. Okay, I'm reading ahead. I'm seeing that was the picture that you sent. I'm going to use pencil over it this weekend. Okay. You're using a cheaper marker brand called Ohuhu? But I assume it's like a cheaper, like same sort of deal, like they're blendable art markers, kind of like Copics. And then you're going to use pencil over it. That's going to look good. That is going to look good. You're going to send a picture of what you're working on because you have to finish it before you go to sleep tonight. All right, Amanda. Are you sending it to me? Why is it? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Why is this all? Okay. Yes, definitely send us a picture. I like seeing what you guys are working on. Not along. Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about the fall one or are you talking about a Valentine's one? Because I actually have a list of patterns to put in a poll for a Valentine's one. And I'm going to spend this weekend editing a whole bunch of videos so that we've got a few weeks of content guaranteed. And then I want to do some more recording and stuff this weekend because now I have like an additional half week where my daughter is at her dad's house. So I might as well make use of it. You sketched it out by hand. Okay, yeah. I wondered because I was like, the marker looks very, very even. So I was like, this is either marker or printed. Have you guys seen Moxie? It's the best movie ever about feminism and standing up to harassment. I haven't. Is it on like Netflix or something? Or tell me more. Yeah, just more affordable, same kind of stuff as the Copics. I think there's a few Copic, I don't want to call them knockoffs, but similar products out there now. But I know Copics get really, really expensive. I've never used them personally, but from the different art people I follow on like Instagram and YouTube and stuff, I've heard they get really expensive. So I definitely don't blame you for trying to find something cheaper and they look good. So who even needs to know, you know? I use Ohuhu too. They bleed bad, which I didn't know. Oh, well, that's less fun. But that would come down to your paper too, though, right? Like if you used a paper specifically for markers, wouldn't that reduce the amount of bleeding? I don't work with like markers as a like drawing medium, so I don't really know, but I do know that sometimes paper makes a big difference in how your tools and stuff work. And the 24-hour challenge. Yes, I have the 24-hour challenge to do. I've got literally behind the window I have open to live stream with you guys. I've got a normal tutorial already partially edited. So it's like half edited now. So I want to get that up. And then the next one I'm going to get up is the fall not along video. And then from there, I'll go through like the 24-hour challenge and stuff like that. And in the middle of all that, I would like to do a Valentine's not along. So I have plans for a lot of content coming up, and it is already filmed. It's just a matter of getting it actually edited. Yes, Valentine's not along. Yes. And some of you guys did send me some large normal patterns for Valentine's suggestions too, because I know someone had commented last time that they would have liked to have seen a not along with a normal pattern instead of an alpha. So I want to include some more normal patterns in the poll this time, because I think last time it was like all alphas or predominantly alphas. So thank you for those of you who sent me some patterns. And yes, it's on Netflix, Moxie. Okay, I'll take a look. I'll take a look while I'm crafting and see. Pause gaming. You're mainly a small artist, but you're also a gaming YouTuber. What kind of gaming do you do? Like what games are you into? And your markers don't bleed much, but you don't layer much. Yeah, that could make the difference too. Leah, you made it! I shouted you out earlier because I saw your message while I was on stream. How was your movie? What did you watch? Nikki says that she loves the Posca paint pens. That's another one I haven't used either. I've heard good things about them too. But generally speaking, like if I draw, and like pencil, not one of my like super hyper focused crafts that I do very often. I would like to get into some like colored pencil and stuff and elevate drawing a little bit, but you know. Let's see. Oh, Kevin has sent some, it looks like paracord bracelets that he's been working on. I'm sorry, guys. I feel like I ate nachos right before I came on, and I feel like I've just been burping this entire stream. Oh, you've made a few. Very cool. That's another craft that I've never gotten into. Like, obviously, I've done like that kind of knot, but never with paracord and the big buckles and stuff. But I know that's like a whole thing. I know someone commented on one of my Rex lace videos that instead of using plastic lace crap, I should use paracord. And then they said, sorry to sound negative, I have subscribed for more. And I was like, okay. That's a little confusing, but okay. You play Roblox and Minecraft, but sometimes you do Among Us. I have never played Roblox or Among Us. I tried Minecraft once, but I didn't really get it. But I'm not a huge gamer either. Like, even if I do like a game and I try to get into it, I'm like that person that dies 80,000 times and it takes me 10 years to get through a game. So, yeah. Leah says, oh, thank you. It was pretty good. We watched the new Ghostbusters movie. Oh, I haven't watched any of the Ghostbusters movies. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't watched them. I don't watch a lot outside of YouTube, to be honest. I've got like a couple things that I watch here or there on Netflix, but I don't really keep on top of TV shows and stuff anymore. Posca pens are expensive, but I love them. Yeah, I feel like craft supplies in general are just expensive. Isn't that how it is? Like once upon a time, it was cheaper to make your own clothes and stuff, and now to make something, like to buy fabric and stuff to make something, you're going to be paying like 3 times what it would cost to just buy it, which is very frustrating, but Prismacolor soft core colored pencils are amazing if you want to splurge a little. That's funny that you say that because one of my coworkers was going through boxes in his closet at his condo and found a box of Prismacolor hard lead pencils. And he gave them to me because he's like, you're the one who's always doodling and stuff. And I'm pretty sure they belong to my ex. I have no use for them. And they were like one pencil in the entire box had been sharpened. But I haven't played with them a ton yet. But I know Prismacolor is a good, a decent brand. So I'm excited to play with them. I thought Distress was like, wait, this gonna stress me out. You're dying to try. Yeah, the Prismacolor, they do get pricey. I think there's another brand though, that's even more expensive. I can't think of the name of it now, but I want to play with the Prismacolor pencils some more and just blending and stuff. I'm having a mini vacation at my cousin's. I'll be here till Sunday evening, I think. Well, that'll be fun. Hopefully. You called it a mini vacation, so I'm assuming you like your cousin. That'll be fun. Okay, I just sent you a photo, but my computer doesn't have flash, so the photo lighting sucks. That's okay. Oh, that's where Kevin's at on his blanket. And for some context, I think, do I still have a picture in here, Kevin, of what it was looking like before? For context, this is what it was at before it got caught and got a hole in it. So, like, RIP to the blanket, but hopefully it turns out, Kevin. Keep at it. It looks good. My computer doesn't have flat, so the lighting's not great. That looks fantastic. Who are you kidding? Look how cute. I have this duck pattern, I think, saved in my to-dos because I thought it was adorable. Love it. Oh, Kevin, it makes me so sad that you had to like restart. You were so far into it. That's so sad. You're gonna ask for the Prismacolor pencils for your birthday, but it's not until June. I feel that in my soul. It stinks when you want something, but your birthday's so far away, right? Though, even like for me, I'm like, I could literally buy myself those tomorrow, but I can't rationalize it in my head. Put RIP in the chat in memory of Kevin's blanket, right? Here we go. Ready? RIP Kevin's blanket. Gone but not forgotten. Is it not going to let me? Really? Wow. Lame. There you go. There's an RIP in the chat. Kevin's blanket. Gone but not forgotten. That sucks though. Like, you were so far into that. The only fancy markers I own are like brush markers from Michael's that are only like $5 each individually. Girl, that's fancier than what I got. I shouldn't say girl because I don't know how you identify, but I think the fanciest markers I got are like these. They're not even fancy. They're like these. I got them at Walmart. Leah, wait, what did I miss? So, Leah, I think for the last couple live streams, Kevin has been updating us on a baby blanket that he was working on. And shortly after our last live stream, it like snagged and got a hole in it. So he had to undo the entire blanket. And it was like massive, massive, massive. And now he's restarted, but he's only got like 4 rows of it. So it's like, it's one of those things. It's RIP to Kevin's blanket because that sucks to undo that much of a project. More dog pictures. Did you send me more dog pictures? Or are you asking Leah for more dog pictures? I love it now. It's become a thing. Like, as people watch the live streams back, I will randomly get pictures of like craft projects and pets and stuff. They're like, and people are always just like, oh, just watching the live stream back now. This is my pet. And I love it. It keeps my week going. Right? Oh no. Shout out to Kevin for starting over and not giving up. Yes, exactly. Because, friend, I would have. I'd just been like, nope, we're doing something else now. So good luck, Kevin. Keep going, friend. You'll get it finished. Like, I couldn't imagine if I caught a hole in this now, I would maybe like cry. I was upset last night because I did a few rows of it and I was like only partially paying attention. And for somehow I got to about like here in my stitches and I picked my needles up the wrong way and just knit back this way. So then I had like 3 extra rows over here and I'm like, something is like, there's like a big gap here. And I had to like go like pick back 3 rows, 3-4 rows because like, oof. And that bugged me. I couldn't imagine the entire like blanket. Ugh. I don't have any more dog pictures, I don't think, but I do have more fluffy pictures. We'll accept those too. That's fine. Helene. Oh, this is your oh guys, this is if you guys remember, we were just talking about Helene and she was talking about doubling the strings for that dog pattern. She just sent a picture. The one you were talking about earlier in the chat, yeah. Oh, it looks so good. That's so cute. And I love your like tapestry ending, how it like striped from your base colors. Oh, it looks so cute. Good job. I'm looking at the top of it. Is that on like a dowel or is it on string? I'm curious. Leah is sending pictures of Fluffy, guys. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, that's a low light one. You guys aren't going to be able to see that. But, oh, look at that little floof. And they need to be closer together to be an official cuddle puddle, but there's 3 floofs. This one, I don't know if you guys can really see just because of the way the white balance is from my phone to the camera. There's 3 floofs in that picture. Oh, another floof. Just being a floof. Oh, they're so cute. They're so cute. I've convinced my daughter that the Pikmin in my Pikmin Bloom app are like pets. And I tell her, I'm like, do you want to play with the pets? And she goes, pets! And comes over and plays on my phone for a while with them. It's kind of funny, but also kind of sad because I want an actual pet. Other than the fish, we do have a fish. We do have 2 fish, but I'd send a picture of my dog, but he's pouting because I didn't share my pizza. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's on a Kumihimo braid. Oh, clever. I had never thought about doing that before. That's cool. So this is the dog picture I just showed you guys. The not a pet picture. Oh my gosh. Not a pet picture, but the knotted one. She's got a Kumihimo bracelet or braid underneath instead of like a stick or something. Very cool. That would be a cool way to actually make like smaller wall hangings into like little necklaces or bracelets, is to do the base as a Kumihimo braid. I'd never thought of that before. That's genius. That is genius. I started a 40 string bracelet months ago and I haven't even finished the loop. I feel that though. Like it takes so long to cut the strings and everything. And then by the time you're done that, it's like, ugh, do I even want to knot right now? I know everyone loves pictures of the cats. I have so many more, but they're on my Snap. Fair enough, friend. I think everyone just loves to see cute, fluffy animals. Let's be honest. Pause Gaming, you have a dog that's obsessed with pizza too? Or one of your family members has a dog? That's hilarious. Right? Aren't those cats so cute? The little floofs. Kevin says, thanks, guys. Absolutely, Kevin. Keep working at it. You've never looked at Biscuit. Now he's sad. Oh. My dog's faves are Slim Jims. He'll do anything for a Slim Jim. Really? I've never had a dog. I really, really want a dog, but I've never had one. I've only ever had cats. And then a few years ago, I started having allergic reactions to cats. So now it's like, if I go around cats, it's like the full 9 yards, like hurts to breathe. My like skin gets really itchy. My eyes get really irritated and itchy, and it's just not a fun time. So I love cats. Like, I think they're so cute, but I can't have cats anymore. At least not for a few years. I've heard like after a certain amount of years, like generally your body will kind of change, and things that you were allergic to before, you might not be allergic to anymore. But I don't know how valid that is. Thanks, but it was not my idea. Where did you find that idea from? I've never seen anyone do that before, so in my books, it's your idea. I've never seen it before. Cool concept, though. Just found popcorn in my shoe. The joys of toddlers. Right, though. Right, though. I sent more pictures. You never looked at them. I'm sorry. Let me see. I just got a whole bunch of notifications that just came through on my phone. So maybe that's why they were all lagging. Oh my gosh, there's more pet pictures. More pet pictures. Here we are. Okay. We have another marker drawing of this cute bird. I love the fun colors, the mix of the fun colors and the neutrals. Very nice. Oh, there's a doggo. A sleeping doggo. He looks tubby. He looks like a tubby boy I want to just hug. Ooh, there's a cupcake drawing. That looks like I want to eat it, to be honest. Another dog picture. We love it. Doggo's awake now. He's a chubby boy. Look. He's so chubby. And then another schlepping doggo. He's just chilling. The one with him on the couch when I had COVID. Ugh, that sucks. Not being on the couch, but like the having the vid, you know? You know what I mean? And then Leah sent more cat pictures too. Look at that little fluff. Like, I wish I could have them and they wouldn't burn my eyes out of my head, but like, they kind of burn the eyes out of my head now. So sad. Because they're so fluffy and cute. Oh, he's looking like dead at the camera for you. Like, my cat would never. Oh, there's a doggo. He's like, what's that? I love it. I love it. I feel like I'm behind in the chat here now. Why are macrame endings so tedious? I feel like they're harder to actually get into a rhythm knotting. Personally, when I do them, it's like I feel like you get into a rhythm for knotting like the actual like alpha bracelet, and it's like forward. You get in, and I feel like you can't really do that the same in macrame. I don't know. I've made so many, but not with 40 plus strings. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Nikki, your dog is a 100-pound pit bull named Monty, and he's a big baby. Oh my gosh. Is he one of those big dogs that thinks he's a lap dog? My friend had a massive Rottweiler that's name was Kiki, and he used to think it was a lap dog. There's a picture of me somewhere with this Rottweiler on my lap, and it's like you see my head like poking out from behind the dog because the dog was so big. And like same thing. Petition to only call dogs doggos from now on. I mean, yes. Most of my bracelet loops, I do that this way, and talking with AKA AWOL made me want to try it. So here it is. Oh, cool. Yeah, I know he uses Kumihimo a lot in his projects. I had never thought of that before. As using it as like a anchor for a wall hanging or something. Very clever. Very cool. I always call my dogs doggos. Right? I have to go. Me and my mom are watching Mean Girls. Bye. Bye. Remember to wear pink on Wednesdays. Have a good weekend. Enjoy your movie. The bird and the cupcake are done with just colored pencils. Really? Actually, I could have sworn that was marker. Does that not look like marker to you guys? That's crazy. Same as this. I thought, like, I guess you can kind of see a little bit. You guys might not be able to because, like, the white balance and stuff between my phone and the camera. You can kind of tell a little bit in the cupcake holder, but I could have sworn, like, that was marker. Very cool. I would have definitely guessed those were marker. Say potato, and this is for Emma. Okay. Potato, and this is for Emma. You're a huge fan and among the young crafter group. You're 10 years old and you're so inspired by me. Thank you. Aww. Welcome. Thank you for joining us in the stream. We've been looking at people's projects and pets. So thank you for joining us. I hope you're having a good Friday and that you've had a good week. What else have we got here in the chat? Biscuit's a beagle and he weighs about low 70s to upper 60s. He's super sweet. Just don't leave him alone. He's destroyed my bedroom door frame. Ooh. See, I feel like I'm in a position where, like, the first time in my life that I would be okay to get a dog because I work somewhere that allows us to bring dogs in. So I wouldn't really have to worry about like leaving the dog at home very often. But yeah, I can imagine that would not be fun. Especially with the price of lumber and everything now, just wood in general, to try and fix that. That would not be nice. It's probably those softcore pencils. You're probably right. That's probably exactly what it was because they're blended really good. Like you couldn't really see pencil lines in there. That's what I figured. That's why I figured she was probably using markers. That's the Prismacolors. See, I gotta see if I can get a hold of some of the soft core pencils because I have the hardcore ones. The hardcore ones. That sounds like my pencils are about to rage against the apartment here, but I think the soft core ones probably do blend a lot better. So I'd be interested in trying. What do you think of my fur babies? I love all of them. I love all of them. All the pets. Like when I say I want a pet so bad, it's not even funny. But like also trying to be reasonable. You know, I don't need one right now, but like I really, really want one. Yes, I am. Oh, you're having a good weekend? Good. That's great. My week has been off the walls. It's good now. We're vibing. It's the weekend. It's all gonna be good. It's all gonna be good. They are the soft Prismacolor pencils. It took you a while, but you enjoyed every minute of it. Man, I gotta get me some now. I see the Crimes of Grindelwald in the background. Yes, Harry Potter fans. Yes, actually, that entire top shelf is Harry Potter books and just like trinkets and stuff. And it's kept on the top shelf so my daughter can't get at it. And if you're a Harry Potter fan, you'll love this. So if this is your first stream, you wouldn't know this, but last stream, I was working on my Slytherin socks, so I finished them. And this week, I'm working on a Weasley sweater for my friend's birthday because she had got me this like 2 years ago. I was like, how perfect is it that she's having a Harry Potter themed birthday? So that's what I'm working on right now. Fun, fun, fun. And the new Fantastic Beasts movie is scheduled to come out on my birthday. So I am pumped for that. AKA AWOL's wife makes the kumi for him for his loops. I wish I had someone to do that for me. Oh, I didn't realize that. That's cool. I honestly, I'm kind of guilty of not tuning into a lot of YouTube community bracelet stuff. Like generally when I'm watching YouTube, it's not often bracelet stuff. Occasionally I pop in, but not enough to really consistently say I watch anyone. I feel the hard week. It's been a wild 2 weeks. I got sick. Oh no. You're better now. That's good. That's good. I didn't get sick, but I think, like I said it earlier, but right now my ex and my daughter are isolating because they both got the illness, but they both seem to be doing okay, so that's good. They just have to stay home. So I will have a longer than expected time with no kiddo. So I'm hoping to get a lot of stuff done this weekend with regards to like content and YouTube. But it's been, this whole week has just been like up, down, up, down, up, down. And I'm so glad for the weekend. And I'm like, you know what? Weekend will just be a mental reset and we'll pretend last week didn't happen. That's how I'm feeling. So hopefully you're feeling better and you're staying better. And that's to anyone who's sick right now. Hopefully you feel better soon, but that sucks. That definitely makes for a hard week. You did a lot of research into them and also watched lots of videos of how to use the pencils. You just need to figure out how many you want because each set has the smaller sets in them. Yeah, I know they've got like different color sets and stuff and different size packages and like more shades for more things. I do watch some art channels and stuff. I've just never actually used them myself. So I don't know how much the experience changes between like theoretically I've watched the videos, but you know what I mean? So I really want to get a hold of some and try playing with them because I think I've seen some really incredible artwork with them. So I really want to try. How is the Slytherin wall hanging? I worked on it a little bit for the 24-hour challenge I did after last stream, but I'm not super, like I only did a few, a couple rows. I didn't do like a ton. So that's where I am. A little bit further in. Not noticeable if you haven't watched the movie. I think the video, and seen where I left off in the last 24-hour challenge. But that's where I'm at right now. But it is looking really good. And it is still something I'm working on. It's just because it's so big, I'm not forcing myself to work on it because I don't want to start to hate it, if you know what I mean. So I feel like as soon as you start forcing yourself to work on something, then I lose joy in it. And this is one that's kind of like, I'm recording all of it, so eventually it will be for you guys, but it's kind of like it's just my project right now. So I'm not trying to rush through it. It looks really nice. Thank you. And Kevin, you said you sent a picture. Sorry, guys. I turn my phone to silent when I go on live now because I've had a few times where people have tried to call me in the middle of live. And I think that's just kind of annoying. So sometimes I miss the notifications. You're also working on a knitted face cloth. Oh, you're doing it just back and forth. That's cool. Is that cotton then that you're using? Or is it like just soft baby yarn? Very cute though. I hope you get them all worked up. I assume, are you giving them as like a set to the baby in question or what? Sarah Renee Clark has good videos on lots of colored pencils, including Prismacolor. It's baby yarn, Kevin says. Okay, cute. It's going to be super soft. Who is it? There's one girl that I follow on YouTube, subscribe to on YouTube, and I can't remember what her name is right now. Oh, look, I can see that I'm live on YouTube. What a coincidence. Who would have guessed? I'm trying to find it here. Give me a second. What am I even doing with my life? Okay. I feel like that might be the person that I have on here as well. I've got a couple on here that I follow. Oh my gosh, my list is like way, like I have to scroll through this. Oh, the girl that I've followed and been watching her videos is Christy Partridge Art. And she's got a lot of good like tip videos and stuff for drawing and colored pencils and that sort of thing. So she's another good one to watch. That looks great. One day I'll make a large wall hanging. Yeah, it's going to take a long time. I'm a little bit nervous that I maybe didn't cut my base strings quite long enough. Because like I'm looking at it, I thought I did, but like I'm looking at it now and I'm hardly even in the top of the crest. And I'm like, I feel like it's going to be very, very close if I don't have to try and add in more base strings. So I may have underestimated the size of this pattern a bit when I originally cut the strings, but fingers crossed. And so you don't hear 64 dings from me because of animal pictures. Just 64 dings in general because like you guys message me and stuff during the chat. And I also get a lot of messages of people expressing sadness and like saying sorry and stuff for not being able to was that just me or did the entire lighting of the video just like completely change? What is happening? So anyways, it definitely did just change. I'm like blue now, but okay. Whatever. What was I going to say? Yeah, just in general, I get a lot of messages from people who aren't able to tune in, who have tuned in, who are sending pictures. My brother literally called again when I hit like go live. So I've started silencing it because I think my dad's tried to call during a live, my mom, my brother multiple times. So yeah, I silence it now. So if you send me something and I don't see it right away, definitely pop something in the chat because I try to read every message in the chat. So how many more parts are there to the fall knot along? I hauled butt and there is one part to finish out that pattern because I didn't want to split it up even further. So there's a large like time lapse chunk in the last video, or there will be, but I really just at this point, like if I had managed to stay on top of it, ideally it probably would have been 2 more, but just because of how long it's taken me to get out, it's 1 more and it just finishes the entire pattern. So and then I did it in the 24-hour challenge. So I like botched the end of it. I really don't like how I ended that, but it's done now. I can't undo it. So never in my life have I ever ended a knotting project the way I ended that. And I am so disappointed in myself, but that's a story to be talked about in that video. Like, yeah, not great, but whatever. It's done. She's really good too. She doesn't do much colored pencils much. Mainly she does pastels. I've only watched her colored pencil videos, so I'm not, and it's not in my regular content. Honestly, I watch a lot of Sims YouTubers, plant YouTubers, and tarot YouTubers. Like that's kind of my main rotation right now. So I pick little pieces out of different channels, but for the most part, that's kind of what I watch on YouTube, which to some people is boring, but like is what it is. I enjoy it. I think I should probably measure this again soon because I think I am getting close to the length I need it to be. What do you think of Derwent colored pencils? I have never used Derwent colored pencils. I've only ever used the Derwent water soluble pencils and only like the standard normal pencils. I've never used their colored pencils. So I don't have an opinion. Someone else in the chat may though, because we've got a few people that use a bunch of different products. But I liked the water soluble pencil. That was a fun experience. I love watching The Sims for the speed builds. I suck at building, so I like watching those too, but I also like watching honestly, I watched Little Simsy's entire 100 baby challenge. Like I followed that for like a good couple years and watched them all start to finish. And then I watched like Claire Siobhan. I've been watching her Not So Berry challenge. And I watched a few of her different Let's Plays, but yeah, there's some really incredible Sims builders that I could never. I have a set of 64. This is of the Derwent pencils, still from childhood drawing, but most of them have been used. Yeah, I've never, the only experience I have with Derwent pencils, like I said, is the water soluble ones. So, and they're not even like the colored ones, just the plain ones. They were really good. I had no issues with them. So, I would expect that they're a decent product. Like I know the name, so I don't know how they stack up to something like Prismacolor or some of the other brands, but I know of them. You learn new color names from them, and they cost about $1 each pencil. Yeah, we were talking about this earlier, how some supplies are really expensive. Just joined. What are you crocheting? I'm knitting today, and I am working on a Weasley sweater, like from Harry Potter, for my friend for her birthday. Correct. I do face portraits when I was in high school and mainly in pencils only. They are good and rich in color. Very cool. Drawing is something I want to get more into. There was a period of time where I got into it for a while and started to get like decent. And then I stopped. And I just found that finding time to do all the hobbies I wanted to do is just, I don't have the time. I had to give some stuff up, and drawing ended up being one of those things. So yeah, I haven't really done a ton of drawing, and I definitely, it definitely takes some practice to get back into it, but the transition from pencil to color was difficult. Yeah, I haven't really worked with color, and I want to start working with color. Andrea's used the Derwent water-soluble pencils as well, and you've used them with fabric to color on fabric. I've never colored on fabric with them. I just did it on like watercolor paper. You gave up coloring too, yeah. Or drawing, I should say. Yeah, it's definitely, I don't know. Time is unfortunately something that exists, and we are restricted to it, but hopefully you have another hobby that you do anyways, since you can't draw, or you stopped drawing. You used Derwents when you were 6. Wow, so you've been drawing for like a long, long time then. If you're still using them now. Now you watch YouTube, fair enough. Fair enough. Me too. I try to do stuff now that can kind of be layered together. So like I can watch YouTube and knit or crochet or something. Same as reading, like I shifted to audiobooks so I can still like clean and do that stuff. You've been drawing for 50 years? Oh my gosh. That's incredible though. That's so cool how some people, it's crazy to me to think like I've been knotting and making friendship bracelets for like almost 20 years now. That is crazy to me because it doesn't seem like it's that long until you sit and actually break it down. And it's crazy how like you can carry one hobby for so long. You still have your pencils too? I don't think pencils do, like I don't think they degrade in quality from sitting, do they? I've never actually thought about that before. I'll send you one of my posts of my paintings. Ooh. I dabbled in painting for a little bit too, and then again, it was one of those things where I just didn't really have time. Oh, cute. Just a little painting of a rose. And it looks like the caption says that they gave it to their mother for Mother's Day. Very cute. Fun, fun. But I don't use them. Actually, I use them to color in VHS covers. What do you color in VHS covers? Also, where are you finding VHS covers in this day and age? Genuine question. I feel like you have to be thrift shopping. Either that or you already had a massive collection. How long do I think this project will last? I started it the night before last, and I am like, this is the back panel. So I'd say I'm about halfway through, a little over halfway through the back panel on it. So I'm expecting that it's going to take me a week and a half maybe to finish this. If it's this project that you are talking about. I'm not sure. They seem the same. Sometimes cheaper pencils can crack. Yeah, I think that has to do with like the wood and the moisture and stuff that they're being kept at. And Helene, it's been 30 years now that you've been doing friendship bracelets. Isn't that crazy to actually think about? Oh, you kept the VHS cases since the 90s. Fair. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, because otherwise I was like, I don't even think the last time I went in a thrift store, I saw VHSs there. To be honest, I like the only VHSs I've seen are at like friends' houses or like my mom's house. Yes, Kevin sent a list. He says he paints, knits. Obviously, you knot because you've shown us that before as well. And you make the handmade jewelry with the beads and everything too. Very cool. I always like to try things. So I knit, I crochet, embroider, cross stitch, draw, paint. What else have I done? Latch hook, knotting. I try to do a little bit of everything and I want to try more. So it looks so good so far. Thank you. I am hoping it turns out really well. I haven't actually knit this pattern before, so I'm hoping it turns out well. It's going to be like a Weasley sweater from Harry Potter. So I'm hoping my friend likes it because she's having a Harry Potter themed birthday. So I thought it would be fitting to make her a Harry Potter themed sweater for her birthday. Oh yeah, that's right, Nikki. You've told me before that you've knotted for about 30 years. It's crazy. and you love doing beadwork, Beautiful Nights is a great channel for tutorials for beading. I would love to start beading, and I feel like it was you or someone else in the chat at some point recommended that, and I actually have it wrote down in a note to check out. And like I live in a northern city, and my work, I think I've told you guys before, like I work in aviation, and we service like a really remote northern reserve community. And one of my coworkers has been posting all kinds of beadwork, and I'm like, teach me, Brian, please. It looks so good. I love it. And I see all of the community come in with like their pendants and their just all the beadwork. I just love it. I've always been fascinated by the beadwork and just handcrafts in general. You do digital art and traditional art, and you make bracelets and read. Does the last one count? I read too, yeah. You do digital art though too, and the pencils and markers. That's cool. That's one I feel like would be kind of difficult to get into. The transition from like traditional art to digital art. That's one. I did at one point get a drawing tablet, but it definitely was a bit of a learning curve. And then my computer didn't like it very much. My computer was too old, I think, and it just wasn't functioning properly. So I didn't end up using it for very long. She's going to love it. I hope so. I think she will. I think she'll be very excited about it. So I'm just hoping that it fits and I get it done in time. Her birthday's on the 12th. So my goal is to get it done before the 12th. 30 years of nodding makes me feel old. Girl, 20 years makes me feel old. I can't imagine. Ow. Helene, we're not old. We are just patient and young at heart. There you go. That's right. That's right. No, I feel like I feel like it's really funny because my work has a very, very large age range. So there are people at my work, like there's a couple people that are younger than me, a couple people that are like the same age, and there's people that are like significantly older, like this is their career, they've been there for like 30 years sort of thing. And it's always funny to see because you start working with people, and unless they like obviously look old, you just kind of assume everyone's the same age. And then someone will speak up and it's like, oh yeah, like you're literally finishing high school now. Like, okay. It's kind of funny how that happens, how a community, like no matter where it is, even on the internet, is like made up of such a massive range of people. I love pretty much all arts and crafts. I'm learning spray paint art. Oh, that'd be cool. Well, you're trying to learn. Oh, that'd be cool. I want to try like wire wrapping. I want to try and do some more like colored pencil drawings and stuff. And I'd like to try card weaving as well. I think that one would be fun. Those are the ones that I really want to try. And then I really want to try polymer art, like sculpting as well. So, like, there's a lot of things. I just want to try them all, but also at the same time, all of these hobbies cost a lot. And, like, can I afford to have them all, you know? Kevin sent another picture. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I haven't made these in forever. Little lizard. Oh my gosh, this brings back memories. I remember I had like maybe 1 or 2 lizards worth or salamanders worth of beads, and then I started making them with my mom's like glass seed beads, thread and like a needle, and they would end up being like this big. And I was making them all the time. Like there was a phase I went through where all I would do was make these lizards. I haven't made one in years, so the memories on that. I love crocheting, but I never finish any projects. I haven't finished a crochet project in No, that's a lie. I guess I made a couple of hats earlier in the year, didn't I? I haven't crocheted a ton lately. I feel like it's been a while. It's been a while since I've sat down and crocheted, which is odd for me because generally I would pick up crochet faster than I would pick up knitting. But for whatever reason, I've just been drawn to knitting lately. So I made those socks and now I'm working on this. And knitting normally isn't one of my like go-to crafts just because I find it takes so long. My hobbies and crafts are extensive. I'm also into wanting to learn every craft, right? I just want to at least try it once. I've been dying to try wire wrapping too. Oh my gosh. I really want to try, but I feel like that's one where the supplies are going to be a little bit pricey. And then if I don't end up liking it, I'm going to be like, what do I do with all this? Because I don't know anyone like in real life that does wire wrapping. Does anyone like photography? Photography is one I appreciate, but I'm not like particularly good at myself. So I leave it to the people who really enjoy it. I can do at least 10 craft hobbies, but obviously I prioritize bracelets. I'm kind of the same. Like I do a bunch of hobbies, but then I have my like few favorites that I prioritize over the others. I've collected so many craft and hobby supplies over the years. I did too, and it became a problem when I moved across the country because I had like massive Rubbermaid totes full, like multiple, full of just craft supplies. And then when it came time to move across the country, I drove across the country to move with a Suzuki Swift. Now, if you guys don't know what vehicle that is, think like a Chevy. That would be like the newer one that's on the market, like same size, like small car, packed up literally just what would fit and drove across the country. So, needless to say, I ended up most of that stuff got donated and then I've just never built it up as much because I just don't have space to keep it. The cost is the only reason you haven't tried wire wrapping yet. Yeah, I really want to because I've seen some really cool tutorials and stuff that are really extensive online that like basically tell you exactly how to do every step. But I'm afraid of getting it and not liking it and it just being, yeah, like being out of pocket that much when I could have spent it on a hobby that I know I like. You know what I mean? Like at least like polymer clay or something. Mine polymer clay has gone up in price the last couple of years, but I feel like at least it's a little more price accessible. And if I knew someone who liked wire wrapping, then I could maybe like ask to borrow some supplies or have someone to give the supplies to if I don't like it. But yeah, I feel like it's an expensive one. I'm just not ready to make that leap yet. Same, you mostly make bracelets now. Yeah, I bracelets is like the main thing I always come back to, and generally crocheting is too, but knitting may be taken over. I don't know. You sent another picture, Kevin. Was that an old message? Oh no, you did. Okay. Well, you're playing with some wire wrapping too, wrapping stones and stuff. Cool. That's awesome. That's something like there's some really cool stuff that's made with wire wrapping. I like photography, but I'm not good at it at all. Fair enough, fair enough. I'm totally it's setting really tired. I think you're really tired, and I'm not entirely sure what you were trying to say, Leah. Mm, I'm trying to decipher that, and I'm like, is it connecting to anything else? But I'm not sure what you were trying to say, darling. I used to do photography 20 years ago. What they say is true. Never work for family or friends. It really does ruin friendships. Ooh, that's not good. That sucks. Yeah. That's one thing, like, I don't know, I've tried to help people in my family before with different, like, crafts and stuff, and it becomes a demand, and then it's like if something's slightly off, they blame you, and I'm like, "This isn't okay, do it yourself then." If you try wire wrapping and don't like it, I could buy your leftover materials. Fair enough. Or I mean, you could try it and I could buy your leftover materials. I sent you Biscuit's profile so you can see even more puppy pictures. Yes. Biscuit the Beagle. We'll follow that. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's like smiling in his sleep. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh, so cute. You can get some cheap stones at the dollar store and use string to make like a net to hold it. That's kind of similar to wire wrapping. Yes, that's like what Kevin did in his picture that I just let me get back to. Kind of like that. I know there's like different designs and stuff in the netting. I've actually done the stone in netting with just string before. I was going to do a video on it, but then I was like, I don't know how, like, the footage wasn't turning out very good, and then I was like, I feel like it's pretty intuitive. And that's what always kills me is I come up with some ideas and I'm like, no, I feel like that's too intuitive. Like, people will just understand that. But I think it's because I've been doing it for so long that I'm like, no, like, that just makes total sense. And then I'll get people ask me to make videos on those things, and I'm like, but how is that? I don't understand. I'm guessing they didn't pay you, Andrea. Yeah, that too. They think they're entitled to your services because they're friends or family. That's also a downside to that sort of stuff. That picture of the doggo just melted my heart. Right? It was so cute. You finally finished the macrame ending? Yes. That's on the dog wall hanging, for those who are wondering. No, not that. I even way undercharged. They clearly just expected certain things, but never verbally told me what they wanted. Then they asked if I could edit a friend's pic, and it was like tiny. Yeah, they just people suck sometimes. They expect you to know without actually saying anything and then get upset. Yeah. Kevin has sent another picture. Oh my gosh, Kevin, I feel like you've either reorganized this or upgraded this. This is Kevin's craft closet. Can we just like look at all the drawers and buckets of supplies? So I feel like you sent me a similar picture to this, but I don't remember there being as many like little drawers and stuff. Like I don't have the space to be able to do that. Like I wish. I wish. And then it looks like you've got a back of the door organizer as well. I am envious, friend. I am envious. All right, guys. Well, we've been on for over 2 hours now. So I think I am going to call it a stream. Party at Kevin's house in his craft room. Yes. I think I'm going to call it a stream. I may stream this weekend or Monday or Tuesday because I don't have a kiddo with me. So keep your eyes open for that because I feel like I'll probably do that at some point this weekend. But in the off chance that doesn't happen, I hope everyone has a really good weekend, a really great week. And remember, we do live streams every other Friday normally. So next Friday, there won't be a live stream, but the Friday after that, we will do another live stream. So hopefully, I will see you guys there. Hopefully, anyone in the replay crew that didn't catch us live this time can maybe make it that time. But to everyone who is here, have a great weekend. I hope you had a good Friday night and you have a great, great week. Thank you for sharing your time with me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.